Okay.
Hello.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the With Phillip Garcia show. I'm your host, Phillip Garcia. This is my shirt with Phillip Garcia on it, and this is my awesome guest, Morgan Leinwohl.
It's me.
He's pretty awesome.
It's me.
Before we get started, I'm going to just throw it out there because I've been fucking it up and saying it in the back of the episodes.
Okay. I'm ready.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, please leave a review. It's necessary for absolutely no reason.
Oh, it's necessary for sure.
We were just talking about that, actually. We're talking about just how you can, even a really talented comedian can just be a half-assed comedian because of the amount of effort they put into just overall production of anything, from how much work they put into their set, into the way that you market shows that you're producing. Like,
you trying to fucking tell me something, dude?
No, I'm saying you did a great job.
Well,
you're telling me you had 100 people at a venue that we probably shouldn't even say it because it's fire code, right?
You know what? I asked the fire code.
Right.
I literally was like, hey, just like I had tickets, and then I said comedians, and I said, how many comedians can I have? And the person who runs the place said whatever. And I was like, oh, like, just so you know, like, I know a lot of comedians who will drink us under the table.
Yeah.
Because it was also open bar. And there was no problem. It's a big venue, so I don't even think we got close to any sort of fire code or anything.
That's crazy. Comics do definitely. That's what I used to run open mics up in DFW, and like we're talking about marketing, steady marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would always negotiate. It's weird because Austin doesn't have this. The bars don't pay. They pay, but from what I hear, like, open micers aren't, like, guys who run the open mics aren't making too much money from what I understand. I used to do $100 for...
You're talking about the people running the open
mics? Yeah.
People are making money running open mics? I had no idea.
In DFW, I used to make like $800 a month running open mics.
Wait a minute. What? How many open mics did you run?
2 a week.
2 a week? You had two weekly things, and so in eight open mics...
Right.
You would make $800. You make $100 a night.
Yeah. So I'd write up a contract.
Not that crazy.
It's not that crazy, but it's great passive income for something you were already going to be doing otherwise.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let me check that real quick because I heard a sound.
No, check it. It's a phone. It could be Hollywood.
It could be.
And we're here for Hollywood.
God, please leave a fucking Apple review. just
hey, Hollywood, can you leave a like and subscribe, please? You fucking Jew.
TMZ's watching this right now.
Damn it.
Yeah. This is this is an accidental anti-Semitic. Like, I have 800 views every week, but it's always like MAGA motherfucker 29, and he's like, love it, keep it up, good work.
Everything you said about the Jews was A-okay with me, brother.
The jokes are going over his head. He's just straight devouring it.
Yeah. All he hears is just the anti-Semitic. He's like, I get this.
People are rolling coal in their trucks to this podcast.
Oh, dude. And I'm what they call the Trojan horse of Jews.
Yeah, I always forget you're Jewish, but
I'm Jewish.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say
how you said the word crazy. Made me think that this is really crazy. So now I'm excited.
We're gonna get to Jews in Texas after we. So it was like I wrote up the contract. I demanded $100 for an open mic to do.
You had a contract for an open mic?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You have to. I mean, because you say, give me the first 2 months to make sure it gets right. Mm-hmm. If it's good before that, great. It's good before that, and it will be. Say that, and then it's all in there, and then it's like a 6-month period. And if they want to re-sign the contract, they can re-sign the contract. But I mean, I told him.
You just got like a boilerplate online?
Right. No, I typed it out. Oh, okay. I have a PR degree, so I used it for one thing.
You actually know how to make up a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
But that was...
Is my feet up here okay?
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Great.
Man.
Okay.
I don't know how many people actually... I think most watch it. So.
Okay. Oh, I just meant for my own.
No, this is a futon mattress.
You don't gotta tell me twice. I just was double checking. I know where I'm at.
But you know what? As long as you know what you're actually
I got where I was at. But certain people have they have a futon and then they want to treat it like a $1,000 mattress.
Do you know what's holding this up right now? A 40-pound dumbbell. Look.
Where?
Look, right
Where
here.
am I looking?
Right here. If there's a 40-pound... Look, they're stacked on top. They're two just like metal dumbbells, and they're stacked on the octagonal side. We're one good laugh away from just going... Poosh.
And we got about... We're pushing 500 pounds on this.
Yeah.
This is what we call the heavyweight podcast.
I'm like 240 right now, so
and I'm 240 as well. So we're 280-ish. Or 480, 40. I mean.
Math.
Whatever, dude. God, dude.
But you're right. 25 comics in a venue will drink easily $200 worth of alcohol.
Yeah, we had 24 handles of tequila. Right. Brought to you by our wonderful sponsor at Broken Suit Tequila, 512. Please.
That's amazing, dude.
Live life, 512. I don't know what their phrase is.
Their ads around town are crazy. They bought like a whole building just to be like make it yellow.
The one on South... Oh, no, the one not on South First. The one off the freeway, the Mopac kind of...
Mopac Express or whatever. Yep.
Do they sell anything from that building?
I don't think so. When a concert comes to town, they use that billboard, but it's like a conglomerate 512 sponsorship. That's my
favorite tequila I've ever had.
Have you really? Is it good?
Tequila 512, the best fucking tequila you've ever had.
Okay. I believe you.
Oh, it's great.
This is scary. This is the.
What do you?
I'm like actually talking. Like I feel like I.
What do you mean? All I can think about.
You actually have. I'm sponsored actually by a smoked meats company.
Seriously?
Yeah, smoked nuts and smoked meats.
Hell yeah, dude!
I just did it. I just made more product right before this show.
Do you have any smoked nuts for me to have, dude?
We can get your nuts smoked if you want them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we do it on that bed right there?
Justin's bed?
I know a good way to.
Justin flips the fuck out over that. One time, one of the guests came in and like ate a greasy meal and set the paper plate on the bed. And Justin likes things clean.
Yeah.
A lot.
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah. And he buys a white comforter.
Does your fans know of Justin, I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a character of the podcast.
Justin has been on like I think half the episodes, if not all of them.
Okay, great.
God damn, bro. Disc golf has been killing me.
That was the whitest thing you've ever said. And I don't even know if you're fully white.
I'm half Mexican.
I assumed.
Right.
I assumed.
I had to find some culture.
Yeah. You found it in disc golf.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, branding and promoting comedy, it's the best. I will say, like, as much as I like being the goofball comedian and the hilarious, amazing comedian that I am.
Tuck Boys. I'll put the Tuck Boys picture up for this.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
I also like being entrepreneurial. My dad was an entrepreneur.
What did he do?
He was a chiropractor for years and years, and then he started a workers' compensation company.
So we're gonna talk about Jews again. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Welcome back to the conversation of Jews. Yeah, he started a company, and so like I've always wanted to do stuff, and I'm like, well, how do I do that with comedy? It's like, oh, it can just be like a comedy. Like I want to do shows, I want to do live streams and podcasts and content and all that shit.
Which one of your parents is the funny one?
My mom is more. My mom's the character. My mom's crazy, like the crazy Jewish mom. Mm-hmm. She's more of the performer. She's more of the. My dad might have a little bit more of the wit.
Okay.
So it's like a writer, married a performer and had me.
That's great.
The ultimate hybrid. That's what they call me back in high school. Hey, it's the ultimate hybrid.
The ultimate hybrid.
Yeah.
Both your parents are Jewish?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah. I almost said this earlier. I feel like I meet a lot of people who they're like, I'm Jewish, and then we talk, and it's like their fucking grandpa was Jewish or kind of Jewish. Like I'm not even saying I'm overly religious or even my family's not religious, but I'm full Jew. I'm a Jew.
My college roommate was Jewish, and he was the first.
Where'd you go to college?
Sam Houston State University. Nothing sparkly.
I've heard of it.
Have you?
football,
We did win the championship.
Yeah, they have football. I know. I used to play football, so I know of the football schools.
You played in school, no? University?
Yes, I played 1 year at the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, Washington.
I love this.
We can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
But keep going. Yes, both Jewish parents, very Jewish.
Yeah. But yeah, my roommate was Jewish, I think, because his mom married into it at a younger age. But he was the first Jew I ever met.
Whoa.
Because like just Texas, I don't know. I asked him, I was like, why have I never met like another Jew? And he's like, well, we kind of hide. And I was like, why? And he goes,
you don't know?
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah.
This is interesting. There are like literally almost no Jews.
In Houston, there's a ton, and in Austin, there's a ton.
The Holocaust, as terrible as it was, very effective.
Yeah.
Very, very effective. I mean, there are more. Did you know that there are more Mormons than there are Jews?
That's not surprising at all. They have a much more effective outreach. Speaking of marketing and advertisement,
they are pretty good at that.
Yeah.
There's
door-to-door sales. Can't beat that.
I think there's like 7 million Jews in the world.
That's enough.
That's not. You know what? It's 6,999,999. Too many, if you ask me.
I actually love it. Every Jewish person I've ever met has been someone that I like. That is
they
have pizzazz. What do y'all call it?
We have a.
They got the puts.
Why am I wait?
Schmutz.
No, we don't have the schmutz. We have.
Oh,
you have sounds?
Yeah, hold up.
Wait,
there's one here that's like.
Boom, racist.
There you go. That's Bilal.
Yeah, I can tell. Tell it's Bilal.
Oh, really?
Boom, racist.
We have chutzpah. That's what you're thinking of. We have chutzpah.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, many of us do. We
rubs off.
We have lovely personalities and also some of the worst personalities.
And terrible food.
You don't like Jew food? Well, what kind of Jew food have you had?
Like bagels.
Wait,
And I
okay.
love
Well,
I'm speaking out my ass. I was just trying to.
yeah, you don't like bagels?
We had a Passover one time at our church. We did like the traditional Passover meal because I guess my pastor
Sounds
was like
very Jewish for a church.
Lutheran.
Very-
But
I've
I
been
just
to a Lutheran
remember
church.
being terrible.
Okay, hold on. Hey, first of all, shut your face, okay? Don't you dare talk about
Passover?
No, I don't care about Passover. Bagels. Bagels are like you can go to fucking Ralph's and get a baguette and be like, this is bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go to fucking France and go to the top bakery and eat one and be like, oh my God.
This is
if
bread.
you go to New York, which I just had a bunch of bagels in New York.
Right.
If you go to New York and go to some of the better bagel places in New York and you have that with like, if you like lox and cream cheese, do you
I
like,
do New York Coffee Bagel House is my favorite place to go when I'm up there.
where is that?
There's like 3 of them.
New York Coffee Bagel House.
Dude.
Have you had
it's-
bagels there?
Yes.
Oh, and you enjoyed them?
Phenomenal.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Okay.
I've had them from Albanian people up there too.
Okay.
But Albanians seem to have trickled into every food market.
I don't know anything about Albanians or Albania. I don't know what their shtick is. I don't know. I know Leonarda is a comedian here in Austin. She's a very funny.
She's
girl.
Albanian, right?
She's Albanian.
My
But
first,
that's all I know. I don't
my
even know
first
her.
job, I got caught smoking pot, and my parents were like, "You gotta get a job, and you can have your car back, and you're ungrounded if you get a job." So I went and got a job that day at like this pizza shop at the corner. Everything's under the table. Like they were like, "Can I get a job application?" She hands me a sticky note, and she's like, "Do you have car insurance?" She's a Vietnamese lady. She goes, "Do you have car insurance?" I won't do the voice. And her name was Lena.
Do the voice.
No.
Yeah,
No. She does do.
Do
I
a
just
little
write.
bit of the voice. And make.
Do you have a car insurance?
Oh, dude. What,
Boom, racist.
what the hell, dude? I even needed that, dude. God, you're so cancelable.
Lena was
dude.
amazing though. She sat around all day and ate oranges, and that's like a
Okay.
delicacy apparently in Vietnam.
How much of a delicacy is that if you have it all day?
Well, over there it's a delicacy. Over here it's like, holy shit, there's gold mines and fruit. And
Oh,
like,
so she's just eating the shit all day, like,
I
oh
went-
my God.
I
Like,
actually stood in one time at a traditional Vietnamese wedding for my girlfriend in college,
okay.
and there's pictures of me on Facebook, and I'm somehow in every single professional photograph they took there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like this white dude, just like in the corner.
I'm just imagining the husband and groom and they're like perfect fit, and you're just in the back, like,
It was beautiful, but they keep bringing out these massive golden like things. Beautiful, like imagine an offering tray. Like,
Yeah.
You can't, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine what an
I
offering
don't know.
tray is.
I just imagine Jews don't have offering trays. I don't know why. I thought.
We don't offer anything.
Right.
So it's already ours. What, you want oranges? Go to the refrigerator. I'm not gonna. What am I gonna give you a fucking platter for it?
They were full of oranges, dude. And that was it.
That's
I
a
was like,
weird-
I'd be pissed if that's all I got for my wedding. Fruit?
You get these platters. You're like, what are they gonna put on these? What the hell is gonna? Oh, are they gonna put like gold? Or are they gonna put like caviar? And then
did
it's just like a fucking banana.
Bills? You tuck the bills in the orange? Oh, that makes. Oh, there's no bills. It's just oranges. That's great.
Different cultures, am I right? I mean, am I right?
And then I walk out and they're like, "Well, Phil, thank you so much." They open it. It's a juicer. I just got a juicer.
Just juicing oranges.
I'll post some
They're
of
like,
these
whoa,
pictures.
this is delicious. Oh, pulpy.
But the cook at that pizza shop was Albanian,
Interesting.
and he was the most angry chef I ever met.
I think Albanians are stereotypically an angry bunch.
He would like if people ordered ranch,
Oh.
he would, loot. One time at the drive-thru, I was like, "Hey, this lady, can we get 2 ranch?" And he's like, "She only ordered pizza," and I'm like, "Yeah, but she wants 2 ranch. You don't put sauce with sauce, you filthy American slut." And then he's like, "You want ranch?" He takes like 8 of them, goes to the drive-thru window, and the woman, she's like, "What?" And he just starts pelting them at her. She drives away, and he's like out the window throwing these ranches at her.
That's my kind of pizza guy.
You don't put sauce with sauce. I'm like, that's actually a pretty valid argument, though.
That's a good. Yeah, he had the sauce for a reason. You know what? I am from. Did I mention I'm from New York? I'm Long Island.
I think we've had it.
I was
talk
born
before.
there. I was born there. I'm not like really from there. I left when I was a baby.
Right.
But so as a somewhat New Yorker who knows a little bit about his pizza, is it a crime? Yes.
To put ranch.
To put ranch on pizza, yes, it is a crime. But you know what? Sometimes crime's a little fun.
Most crimes are fun.
Sometimes it's a little fun, and
That's
I've
why
done
they're
it.
illegal.
And would I do it a lot? No, not a lot. But once a little bit dip,
Right.
blue cheese,
Have you had sriracha yet with pizza?
sriracha.
Sriracha,
Is that sriracha and ranch?
dude. You put
I've
sauce with
done
sauce with
sriracha.
sauce. You're telling me?
See, that he would like. He's like, you don't put sauce with sauce, but you do put sauce with sauce with sauce. That's
3 sauces making those one sauce.
But yes, Albanians know very little about them. I'd love to know more.
If you're Albanian, drop a comment right now in the chat.
Hashtag Albania forever. I don't know. I feel like that's a country that would have some sort of like civil war that's happening. But nobody knows about it.
Right.
It's one of those.
Isn't that what? No, it's Kroczesko, whatever, from Terminal.
What's Terminal?
The movie with Tom Hanks where he's like stuck in an airport. This is somehow one of my... I don't know why it's inhabited so much of my mind.
But it's somehow crept in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Happy Feet. Happy Feet takes up, and then I have a whole joke about how the song No Air by Jordan Spark has been stuck in my head for 12 years.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
Any given point in my life, that can happen to me.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll do it. Next time I'm on an open mic,
oh, yeah,
I'll do the bit for you because it's like a 3-minute long story about how it's haunted me.
That is a weird song to haunt you, but I know what you mean. There is something about it that is... how old? You're 27?
Before I wake. 25.
Oh, you're a little younger than me. So I'm 27.
Right.
About to be 28 in like 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. I'm a has-been. But it's when the song was... How do I say this? The songs like that hit your brain like that and never go away,
right.
like were around during a certain part of your childhood that like your brain was so mushy that like it just kind of seeped in there and then your brain hardened up and then it's just stuck in there.
It's the skating
like middle
rink.
school.
Skating
yeah, and it's
rink.
like also like you'll hear like the songs at the dance where you get your heart broken for the first time.
The love it, dove it, dove it, dove it, kiss, kiss, kiss.
Oh,
kiss.
that. Yeah.
Hating on. Yeah.
I feel like there's one. I asked a girl at my camp to go to the dance. Her name is Lily Scripp. I fucking hate you if you hear this. Her name's Lily Scripp, dude.
We're gonna ask more about Lily.
And I asked her to the dance. We were hanging out all week. We were 12 or whatever, however old we were. I get to the dance. She fucking ignores me the whole time. I even dressed up fancy. I asked my counselor for one of his T-shirts, and I wore his T-shirt. And that's how fancy I was for this dance.
You were a little sweetheart, dude.
I was a little sweetheart. And
you
then I was
a
so bummed. I think I cried in the bathroom probably. I was crying, baby.
Dude.
I was crying. And then, like, my friends were trying to make me feel better, and the fucking song Hey There Delilah came on.
Dude, no fucking way. I was just about to tell you that my first dance at camp was to Hey There Delilah. What the fuck?
We all got on the tables and did this thing where you put your arms in like, Hey There Delilah.
Yep.
And it was like the end of the night. And I was like, these are my boys.
What camp did you go to?
Camp Concord in Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, California.
Wow.
Where did you go?
It was
I assume not there.
Briarwood. What's interesting is at that camp, I met Sam Castillo. He's a
the comedian here.
Comic here. So I've known him since I
Yeah.
was 14, and then we just happened to do comedy here.
DFW guy?
He is from Dallas originally, but I don't think he started doing comedy until he came down here.
Is this camp a DFW based camp or like?
Yeah, it's in
for people?
Argyle. It's like right in between Dallas and Fort Worth.
The camp it was based out of Concord, California, which is near like the East Bay of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
But they took the kids up to South Lake Tahoe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy that we have like pretty much the same memory. Except for me, I was like the little chubby kid that one of the hottest counselor like jokingly danced with, but to me it was magical. And then many years later, I realized that I was a pity dance.
Yeah.
Or just not even a pity dance, but just a sad fucking prank.
Yeah, that's worse. Because then there's the pity of like, oh, like come on, we'll give him the dance.
Right.
And then there's like let's give him a dance and fucking laugh at him for the next 20 years.
I think my parents were there. Like if they hear this,
Why would they
know.
be at the dance?
It was the last day.
Why would they be at
So
the
at the
dance?
last night, they all came. It was just like
Did you go home after the dance? Was it a sleepaway?
Yeah, it was like a whole weekend. It was like a 4-day thing.
I was a big sleepaway guy, by the way. Growing up, I was actually a camp counselor a few years ago. I was a big camp guy. I love my camp.
Same. Yeah, I was a Lutheran youth organization guy. Like I would
I
go
could
out
see
and plan
us
them.
both being camp counselors.
Yeah, we would have definitely had a good time.
You know how like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's like the multiverse, like they're doing with Spider-Man. How
Right.
there's like a Peter Parker in one universe and there's a Peter Parker in another, and they're like slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we are that, but for like the big boned, like jolly camp counselor guy. Like we're just the
Do you
same
know how to play
guy.
the
but
guitar?
No, I'm not a guitar guy.
Oh,
But I sing. I'm the singing guy.
So yeah, we would have been.
But you see how
All
that's
right,
like
everybody, get up, and it's me with the guitar, and then Morgan on the side.
and then I'd fucking sing the different whatever camp songs. Do you remember? You know how Baby Shark is like a kid song now?
Yeah.
That shit was a camp song, dude. I knew that shit from camp.
Do you ever see a penguin by the sea?
I don't know.
You don't know that one? You're like right foot for left foot for, and you add one every time, and then it's like head up, tongue out, butt out.
Oh, that one I know.
Do you ever see a penguin up the sea? And you have like 40 kids.
I know that. Wait.
Yeah.
Try that same structure, but the song I know was. Hold on. I'm not gonna remember, but yes, you sing the song, and then you put your tongue out, and then you sing the song with the tongue out, and then you sing with, and you keep growing. So I know that, but it's I know one. I noticed that for camp songs, there's a lot of the same songs, but there's like each camp has a different rhythm to it or different music.
Right.
But I do remember, because you remember you do get like a little chicken.
Was yours like a faith camp of any kind?
No. It was I don't even know. It was a YMCA style camp, but it was no religious, no nothing.
I got this tattoo because of like all those experiences. I got like the Lutheran rose.
Whoa. Were you a big Christian guy? Big
no,
religious guy?
I got these after I kind of phased out, but I always like wanted to keep them to like remember that it was like a very formative time.
Sure, dude.
And
camp is so formative.
Right. And then
Dude, the
not
best.
even the camp, just like because like I said, I was like a partial counselor. I was like they called him a
JC?
Lyle. Yeah, but then I was a representative for like Lutheran youth in North Central and North Louisiana.
Oh.
So twice a year we would have to go. So like the youth organizers would meet. There were like 12 of us from all the different regions, and then we'd do like a weekend stay and plan the entire thing. And then like 3 or 4 weeks later, we'd all come back and we'd throw this big thing for like however many. I don't even remember how many anymore. I've smoked it out, but it was.
You've smoked
that's why
the memory out?
That's why I got the tattoo.
Okay,
So I don't forget.
so you don't forget it.
Yeah,
Okay, tell that to God. I want to see what God has to say about that.
He's chill. Me and
You
God
and God
have a
are
good
chill?
relationship.
Hey, you were that camp counselor guy at my spot.
I think God gets it.
Do you think God is the head of the camp? He's like the nerdy guy. He's like, I just want to be the head of a camp and let kids hang out. Dude, yeah. I once went to a camp and I burped on your podcast.
It's totally
I
fine.
fucking did it.
My favorite thing is when people eat.
Oh, I ate before.
Me and David Sinofani just had like a whole mukbang episode
Oh,
of
I would hate
cheesecake and
that.
shit.
I would hate that.
Some people love it.
I have so I'm taking a total left turn here because we have to
No,
talk
you're
about
good.
this. I have something called Mesophonia. Do you know what that is?
No.
Mesophonia is hatred of sound. And so I have like very odd reactions to certain sounds, like mostly food, mouth, gum chewing, stuff like that. So
Any certain words that get to you?
no, not words, sounds. Like literally like people chewing.
Yeah, Justin's the same way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're both crazy like that. Yeah, it's called Mesophonia.
You're in a relationship, right?
I am.
You ever gripe at your significant other?
About that?
Yeah.
Of course. The more I know you, the worse it gets.
Right. Of course. As
The
it
more
should,
I know
right?
you, the worse it gets.
It's comfortable. At first, you're like, hey, kind of smack. Like even that just now,
That would do it.
I just saw you kind of.
Yeah.
dug through
It's that, but with her, she's taking like a pill that makes her fucking mouth dry,
Right.
and so now it's recently, and I'm like, babe, can you drink some water?
It doesn't relieve it.
I know it doesn't.
When I was on Vyvanse in college, I would remember I'd just sit there and chug water and just
your
be
mouth is so
aggravated.
dry.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Fucking bloated.
Yeah, the worst. But like lip smacking. That's why I usually don't wear these. I don't really care right now, but usually I don't wear these because I hear everybody's like fucking. But like fucking
Yeah.
ASMRs, mukbangs, I can't even get near it.
Yeah, this has like a great podcast equipment. It usually has like a limiter in it, so you don't get most
can
of
get
it.
rid of that?
Yeah, like the small little like lip smacks at the end of the words.
Ooh.
And like like if we use this mic, I have one mic. It's a Tascam. This is like you could hear the fan in the room.
Oh, so it would pick up everything.
Right. If someone ever wants to play a musical instrument, I can just like it's perfect.
You fart on them?
Yeah, I found that mic. I forgot where I found it.
I like all the colors you have. The colors are fun.
People say that's their favorite part of this podcast. Someone shouted me out. They're like, yeah,
That's
right. It's
the
not the
favorite part.
conversation.
Yeah,
well, they say
yeah.
whenever they see me post a clip that they stop and watch because of the mic covers. I should actually.
Interesting.
It's Christmas time, right? So I
Oh,
should
yeah,
go red.
yeah.
And plus, they add a little bit of a pop filter. Like, see how much
Well,
more
that's
raw my voice sounds
Yeah,
right now?
that's what their actual purpose is, not the color.
No, these are to keep them clean.
Yeah, but
They're
it's
not
also
real.
a pop. It's a pop filter. That's what it is. It also keeps it clean, but the technical use of them is a pop. You're saying
little windscreen.
You're saying that if that's a side effect. I believe the side effect is the clean.
I don't know. I caught them during the pandemic.
Oh well, then we need to get rid of them.
Right. These are old. They probably have COVID on them from these. This is the OG COVID
I am
strain.
COVID, baby.
I can't believe that they tried again.
With Omicron?
Oh, they tried. Hey man, they tried. Last week it was news. This week it's like.
Do you think it's dead already? You think? Not that the virus. Well, the virus was never alive, I guess. But
I don't know about you. Like you're a great comic, It's observational. Typically means you're very like you feel the zeitgeist sometimes move away in and out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's left it
already.
like I feel like it's old news.
You know why I think for this one? Besides more obvious reasons, less obvious reason, Delta flows off the Delta
Variant.
Hey, do you know what sounds like shit? Omicron. Omicron. It's not catchy.
We're running a branding class.
Come
right
on,
now,
dude. Fuck it. I know they have to go in order because they are going with the Greek alphabet or the Roman alphabet. Greek alphabet.
What would you name the next COVID strain to make sure that motherfucker's?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Zeta.
Whoa.
Zeta.
No, you don't have to do Greek letters, but that's what you're going with?
I don't have to do
No,
Greek
you can
letters?
say this is the blank strain. This is a fun new segment.
Oh, I mean,
Make the new pandemic
call
happen.
it like the fucking like the death bringer. That would be so sick. If they were just like, fuck it, we're gonna scare people, we're not even gonna hide it. This next strain is called the death bringer strain. That would be badass, dude. I'd put my mask back on for that, dude.
I think I'd go with the death bringer strain. That sounds like the Black Plague. That's like something that's like coined through the centuries.
Yeah.
I would go with like Austin street names. There's like the Menchaca strain, the Neche strain, the
Brazos
Mopac.
Oh,
They're catchy.
they are.
Dirty Six strain.
The Dirty Six.
Oh, that I
Oof.
would get a vaccine immediately.
Get me everything.
Give me 8 boosters.
Give me 3 masks. I'm not catching the Dirty Six.
Yeah, that does sound bad.
We've all caught the Dirty Six, though.
We
You
have.
know what I mean?
For those first couple months here, man, God.
Did you party a lot when you first moved here?
Yeah, but I was also freshly single.
Oh, and I've been in a relationship the whole time.
Whole
so I
time.
did not. Nor would I think. I'm not a big party.
It wasn't
Not a big drinker.
It wasn't much like partying. It was the drinking. It was the just like the there's was always something going on. Get done with the show. Are you coming over to so and so's house?
I missed a lot of that. I still don't do a lot of that. Is that bad? Should I be more social? I feel like I'm social.
I don't think so. I mean, you're running one of the most successful shows in Austin.
Well,
and people credit you to be a
thank you.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well, thank you.
That's me and Justin go back and forth all the time.
I would say Justin's on the higher end of socialness, which is not a bad thing.
But that's
He's always out hanging.
That's because we push ourselves to constantly be ever present.
It's a smart move. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not like, oh, you parties too much. It's like, no, you're always around. That's great.
Yeah. But it's still a constant debate. Like how much I will go to an open mic and not go up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which one. Creek.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to a show, and then once I feel like if everyone has seen me, I'll be like, you know what? I think I'm good.
So you make a conscious effort for everybody to see you,
Right.
As much as possible.
Yeah, I like to be a familiar face.
Interesting.
Because I don't want people to feel like I'm in and out.
What's your goal with that? What is your goal with that? Is it to meet new people? Is it
just so people feel like I'm a part of the community?
Okay.
I don't want them to feel like I'm too good for the community or I just don't like them. I've always, like many comedians, I just want to be liked. But
sure. You're pretty likable.
I'm a likable person, so now at this point it's just like I know what it takes to also sustain just like acquaintanceships and
that's very interesting.
Right.
I've
and
obviously
you get booked from hanging out in the back of Creek and stuff
yeah,
like that.
me and my other buddies talk about that and how we kind of are not as much like that. I'm not as conscious about it. I do end up being around a lot. Like
Right.
I guess we can talk to people to see if they agree or not. But I feel like I do a mic 2-3 times a day. I mean every fucking day. Like I'm out.
Right.
I don't go to as many shows as I probably should, just to hang. But yeah, it's interesting, and you do think it's a benefit to you to do that. You've seen the difference because I'm interested in doing it myself.
Yeah, I definitely say like being a little bit more ever present is always beneficial. But
really quick pause.
Yeah,
I have the world's biggest legs, so on the camera it is going to look like I have because the angle of the camera is going to look like I have fucking tree trunks.
I could have been on 0.5 and it would have been even worse.
Just as a heads up.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, but continue about hanging out.
I was thinking, yeah, you'd probably be pretty hard to roll with. I've never rolled, but
In jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
I'm also terrible at jiu-jitsu, but yes, I have big legs. I guess that benefits me.
Allie
I mean, I'm
and I-
probably better than you.
My girlfriend and I wrestle all the time.
Okay.
She's
and how's that going?
She can beat that's why we wrestle. I wouldn't wrestle
She
a
can
woman
beat
that
you
I
up.
would just destroy
She can beat you up.
easily.
Does she know what she's doing in terms of
Her
technique?
dad is like a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so she
Oh,
has...
good for... That's sick.
I always win, though.
Oh yeah, dude. Does she? Where is she from? Where is he?
She's from Laredo.
Laredo.
Laredo. She's from Laredo. That's how she says it.
Is
though.
he based in Laredo?
Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore. He did it a long time ago. He's a little bit older now. He says, I think, yeah, he has a bad knee.
Okay.
So he's not doing it.
As somebody who is a white belt in jiu-jitsu, I know just enough to know that any black belt on the planet could just make a mockery of most human beings.
Really?
Oh, dude.
It's
it's like one of those things where like you think you know certain about human bodies and how they work, and then you do a little bit, and then the more you do, you're like, oh, that guy could kill me very, very easily.
Right.
I have nothing but respect for literally anybody who does jiu-jitsu at blue belt and on. I'm like, oh, you'd kill me. I don't want to fight you. I'd be done.
One of my good friends, Jorge Cortez, he's a comic up at DFW. I'm the best man in his wedding. Oh. It's crazy. I like having to do that. Think about that all the time now because it's like that's a big responsibility.
When is that?
I think it's like March. Like that's the problem.
Yeah,
I should know that date.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. Continue.
He's a great joke. He's like, never fight a guy with a ponytail. Because that means he has like, if he had the patience to grow the ponytail, that's the kind of patience it takes to learn a martial art.
That's good.
And like, so far, I think it's held up. And like, because every time I see a guy with a ponytail, I'm like, that guy does kind of look like
that
he could
guy
fight.
could kick my ass. Yeah.
It's a confidence
And
thing.
me, you can fight me anytime you want.
Right?
I just said fuck it, and I just got rid of it.
But we're like, if you're the same kind of body type, then it's like that you have like hidden gorilla strength.
We do, yeah. But guys in our size, people sometimes underestimate. But we got that farm strength. We got that
farmer hands.
We got that farm hand strength.
Dude, we were just playing disc golf. We got through 12 holes successfully.
You can't talk about how strong you are and then say we just got through disc golf.
Does it make you better if I tell you I throw 350?
Is that considered a very intense throw?
It's a whole football field and then another like 30 or
with a normal frisbee?
No, with like the disc golf stuff.
I don't know exactly what that means, but throwing anything that far does sound pretty impressive.
It's pretty fun.
It's also a technique, I imagine, right? It's not just pure brute strength.
Well, strength is a lot of it.
Okay.
But technique, like if you don't have good technique, you're never going to break 300.
Yeah. We're
actually thinking about, we're going to start like probably hitting that niche, to be honest with you. Disc golf? Yeah.
A niche in what?
Disc golf.
Yeah, but doing what?
Comedy disc
golf?
It's such a big industry, dude. Like it's the fastest growing sport in the United States.
Okay, but how are you combining that with comedy?
I don't know. I'll go out and videotape myself and do a podcast while I'm playing disc golf.
Okay, there you go. A disc golf podcast.
People love that. I would love it. It would be the only thing that I'm having a hard time imagining is the setup. I'd have to like mount my phone on a cart.
Well, you have to get a camera person.
Yeah.
Which is easier said than done.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? I've had this idea before, not with disc golf. You could do a live stand-up show where each comedian is at different holes.
Right. We were thinking about that today.
Think it would be sick.
I was thinking today, because Leo did the Comedy Olympics. I was like, how fun would it be just to start running a fucking foot race? Like, let's find the fastest foot. Let's rank. Like,
who's
we can't
the fastest comedian?
I'm tired of not knowing who's best at comedy. I want to find out who's at least the fucking best at something.
Well, let's go through this. Who do we? This is very inside baseball to the Austin comedy scene. But who do you think is? Well, okay. There's an obvious answer to this one that we almost can't include him. But who do you think is the physically strongest?
Who's the obvious?
It's not close. Joe Barksdale. He was a starting at left tackle in the NFL for 7 years.
There's a comic here that.
Yeah, Joe You don't know Joe?
I'd imagine if I.
Oh, you can't miss him. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
You don't know Joe?
Zach Goldman's got to be up there. Probably not speed, but he's strength.
Goldman.
He was like door guy.
Door guy.
Dude, he was like America's strongest man competitor.
Beard and thick guy.
Yeah.
He looks strong. That's I don't know him, but that's a good one.
He lifted the midget at Kill Tony like 15 times or something like that.
Okay. I'm going to put him probably one.
Right. But we're talking speed to here, man. We're talking.
Oh, you want just speed?
We're talking not strength. We're talking foot race.
Pure like 40-yard dash.
100 meter dash. So at like health does play into it a little bit.
Oh, I know. I mean, this might be cheating, but I definitely know the answer.
Who is it?
Blair Bomber. He was a track star and football, like Division I football player.
He is a very athletic.
A little unfair because he was like an actual athlete, and still he's an Orange Theory trainer, so he still stays in shape.
Okay.
Yeah, Blair's probably he was a Division I wide receiver.
Blair wins.
Blair definitely.
Tag all these people.
It's just unfair because we have people in the scene who were legit athletes. Like I was like a high school,
True.
but you have guys like he played D1 at Washington State.
Okay, if the best thing you do is comedy, you're allowed to compete.
Okay, there you go.
Like, if you're telling me, because if you can run faster than like Even a 12-second 100. I would
You know
say
what
you're
sucks?
a sprinter. You're not.
I think I'm the best at something in the comedy scene.
What is it?
And it's not comedy.
What?
It's singing. Did you see my karaoke shit? I brag about this shit all the time. I'm so humble about comedy, but with singing, I'm like, I'm the best there's ever been.
You might. I like to think of myself as a pretty good singer too.
No, I was like, but I actually like went to. I like sang like
in school.
No, like professional. Like I was trying to be on Broadway.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
so you're traditionally trained.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to hear you sing.
Come to the fucking karaoke place at Latchkey.
Yeah, I was there on Tuesday. I sang.
I was there the week before. So
Careless Whisper by George Michaels.
Okay, I sang Shout. I did Shout by the way. Hey.
Yeah.
And then I did Somebody to Love by Queen.
Oh, that's got to be. That's
well, let's go.
powerful.
We'll go together sometime.
I'm gonna do
sucks because
Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit next time I go.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
It's just one of those days.
It sucks because I'm definitely like I mean David Centofanti was also a singer, so we're probably a little different. But like I'm definitely like dominant in one thing that has nothing to do with comedy. It's like, God damn it, dude! Why can't I be the funniest?
Mine's got to be disc golf or ping pong.
I'm terrible at ping pong.
Leo is.
You're actually legitimately good.
Yeah, Leo has like a vendetta against me because I like just.
You
I'm so good.
strike him down.
I'm very good.
Okay.
It's hand-eye coordination things. I don't know why. Because I was a goalie growing up.
Oh, you were a soccer
I was
goalie.
a lacrosse goalie, soccer goalie.
Oh.
Yeah. I was a center in football.
You're like me. You're one of the big guys that's sneaky athletic.
Yep.
Sneaky athletic. You were center, high school football?
Oh, yeah.
I played guard.
Played shotgun every single play, dude. It was a shotgun play. We only ran shotgun.
Texas football, right?
Right.
What high school did you go to?
LD Bell. I didn't play in high school, though. I only played my freshman year, and then after that, I was in marching band and lacrosse.
Whew, what a left turn you made there.
Oh, no, I was in band in junior high, too.
Oh, okay.
Our band, I know it sounds crazy. Texas band was a huge thing. Like, there's some huge bands in the Midwest.
But
Carvel.
I assume Texas is pretty big.
300 people strong. We went to like
God.
Grand National. We weren't allowed to talk in uniform. We had 3-a-days. We practiced from 7 in the morning till
Not a
10:30
thing in
at night.
California, by the way. Marching bands are just
professional
not...
marching band is though.
Maybe really.
It's huge. Some of the best DCI Drum Corps International.
Okay, that's all
like
California.
The the Blue Devils are in Santa Clara. There's the Santa Clara Vanguard.
Santa Clara is a thing near San Jose.
Wherever the Rose Bowl is at.
That's in Pasadena.
Pasadena is where the Blue Devils are. So yeah, there's like 3 or 4.
I was just at the Rose Bowl.
I mean, if you've never watched any DCI performances,
They're really that legit.
dude, we'll put some on after this.
It's like drumline shit, right?
It's
like
bigger
Nick
than that.
Cannon drumline shit.
No, it's insane.
Oh, it's like the stuff that takes up the whole field.
These are guys that get out of high school and then go like straight into the drum corps. It's called Drum Corps International, but it's like brass. It's only
I love
brass.
how you can go to the Peace Corps and then you can go to the
dude.
the drum corps.
They dedicate and they don't make any money doing it. They go out and then for 3 months they learn an entire show and they practice from like 10 in the morning to 3 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And for an entire 3 months, and then they go on tour around the country and compete at every single one, and they go up at the nationals, and then they compete again.
Wow.
And it's like 150 grown men and women playing horns as loud as they fucking possibly can in like perfect synchronicity because they're all professional musicians and athletes. And they're also running around and making like 3D cubes happen on the field. And you're just like...
That's the stuff. Yeah, they make the shapes.
Right. But the
that
sound
sounds pretty impressive.
in person,
I'm sure
chills every fucking
I'm sure
time.
it's pretty intense.
Oh, I'll show you like a small highlight clip.
Hell yeah, dude.
If you're ever watching this right now and you're listening, you should look up the For the Greater Good performance by Carolina Crown. I think it's 2012. Phenomenal.
I feel like I've learned things about you at this podcast that if before this podcast you were to say, Morgan, can you just randomly guess the sort of trajectory of Philip's life? I think I would have guessed maybe 90% of everything you said. From like, yeah, I'm like secretly athletic and I played offensive line, but didn't play really in high school, just early. And then I went to the drum corps.
Right.
I could like I was
I
in a
didn't do
Lutheran
drum corps.
church. Oh, you played in the band.
I played in high school band, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like, oh yeah, like I also was a little Lutheran camp and I actually have a tattoo about. I think I would have gotten like 80 to 90%. What you see is what you're given.
With the Phillip Garcia show.
With the Phillip? Is this called the Phillip Garcia show?
It's called the With Phillip Garcia show.
The With Phillip Garcia show. Mm-hmm. Okay, very cool.
I don't know why. I made it, and then once I made the logo,
How
I was
long has
like,
this
I don't
podcast
want to
been
make
happening?
another one. This will be like episode 15.
Okay, and that's not the logo. That's separate.
No, it's actually, this is the prototype for like my little logo that I do on LLC shit.
Tell me if you don't want to talk about this on the pod because it's a little inside baseball. But
What?
tell me about this, the merch that you're making? Because I will say, completely selfishly, I am starting my own brand and starting my own shit, and I'm like, that sounds cool that I can make money doing this.
Right.
Tell me everything. I'd be very curious.
So I started with the t-shirts, but that's because I found someone to do them for $10 a piece. I work with somebody.
Okay.
So I'd sell them for $20.
So that person prints it for you and hands it to you.
Yeah.
You sent him the logo.
I gave him the design. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what's it called? This logo comes from a painting my college girlfriend made me. It's outside. I'll show that to you too.
Okay, that's fun.
Or actually, I'll just go grab it real quick.
Yeah, grab it. I'll vamp. Guys, we're sitting here in an intermission at the With Phillip Garcia Show. Voted the #1 gayest podcast on iTunes. People have no idea how to cope with how gay this show can be. He's back, the gay man himself. All right.
There it is.
That was the wokest interlude I've ever done.
Right.
Well, I'll look while everybody
Look,
looks.
I literally took a picture of that and then I photoshopped it out. And then I
you put the P's in.
Right.
And then you made the C the mouth?
Yep. People say it gives them little monsters of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like
if you look at the hair.
Is that what they are, the Little Monsters, the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Look at the hair. It's the exact same.
It is.
I just took a picture and then cropped it out.
You
and
forgot
then
a curl up here. You forgot a curl.
something. I also took the sideburns out.
Oh, okay. I like it, dude.
It's goofy. It's honestly, it's not like
So you made each one for $10,
right?
And he literally just handed you a box of them.
She did, yeah.
She did.
Right.
How many did you make?
My first time I made 20.
So that's $200.
Yeah,
For
and
20 shirts.
Then I made 400 and then printed 30.
Printed 30 more.
Right, and then just kept going. And then I got
where would you sell these things?
Shows, and then I posted about them, and friends and supporters would want to buy them. They placed
Okay.
orders. I owe someone a shirt still. Need to get it to her, but it's been
when you
impossible
say
to get it
shows,
to her.
just kind of random shows you're on lineups for.
Yeah, I was doing some headlining gigs in
That's
DFW
what,
too.
I was gonna say a headlining gig makes more sense to
Right. Nothing that was probably deserved at the time, but mostly Facebook message and people were like, "Yeah, I want one." That was most of them.
You would Facebook message, or they would message
They would
you?
message me.
And
Yeah.
you would just post about it, and they'd be like, "This looks sick."
Yeah, they want one. It's a black T-shirt. Everyone loves black. Yeah. I almost did a green T-shirt with the yellow.
You saw my logo for my shit?
No, I'd love to.
This is
But
my
then I got
logo.
into koozies, man.
Yeah, so you did the shirts.
Right.
How much would you sell? You got the shirts for $10. How much would you sell them for?
20, so 100% profit.
And you sold them all.
Right.
So how many shirts did you end up making total?
Total probably 50
shirts.
50 or 60
Sold them for you bought them for 500. You sold them for 1,000. You made $500.
probably.
That's not bad.
I gave comics like a $15 discount.
Oh,
so
sure.
And then but the koozies, man, same girl I bought, I think it was 150 or 200 of them
That's
from.
my logo.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick. Did you get someone to do that for you?
Yeah.
That's
He's
sick.
the guy who did my poster too.
want
He's in Italy.
I might have someone touch this up and make it look more like a cartoon or more friendly.
I can give you my guy.
Please do.
Hit me up.
I like his work.
His
so.
name's Bruno. He lives in Italy. He's a 20-something-year-old guy in Italy.
How much do you pay for it?
The poster I got for 90 because I gave him a little tip. He's gonna do that cheaper next time, probably like 50, 60, I think. The logo. He was a little late with something, so he technically gave it me for free. I threw him $40.
Okay. Yeah,
But I
definitely.
think
I'm gonna
$50,
throw.
like that.
I'm basically gonna send him the JPEG for the podcast logo and
So
have him
can you
just
make this better?
remix it. Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
saw
love it for
my
him.
poster too.
Yeah, dude. All the brand, that's another thing. I'm telling you, you really nailed that shit.
Thank
It's
you.
impressive, dude.
That's very nice of you.
The
I am a Jew in comedy, as in I have a good eye for this
what's
shit.
it called? AV, right?
The store?
The AV Club.
Aviator Nation.
Aviator Nation.
Isn't AV Club the...
I just see AV on every, but their clothing in and of itself is iconic too.
Oh, I should have worn a hat. Yeah, Aviator Nation. That's the name of the store we do. So it's a clothing store. It's a popular clothing store that they, for awesome reasons, put a stage in the back. Like a whole stage. And they usually do concerts. They do like a bunch of like ACL events, a bunch of South by Southwest events. They're an official South by Southwest venue,
That's awesome.
which is actually making it kind of hard for us to do a show in March. So hopefully we can squeeze in, but that's a whole other point. But yeah, they're like a legit venue that they put on shit and events and podcasts and live podcasts and now my comedy show.
I like all their. Christina P was wearing it on like your mom's house. The
Oh,
other day.
okay.
A big fluffy jacket.
It is low key, real expensive.
I could imagine.
Like they had, she was wearing the
Any
puffy,
boutique clothing
the
in
puffy,
Austin is
she was
gonna
wearing the
kill
puffy
you.
jacket,
Yeah.
with like the stripes.
Yes.
Okay, how much do you think that jacket is? Because
$500.
$900.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck all the way off.
Yeah. They
It's
gave
got
me,
down or something.
I
in it?
said, I have no idea. I made it. I wanted to do a joke. I said, guys, do you think it would be funny if I host the show wearing like a bunch of your stuff? They're like, yeah. They threw me a hat to put on, a sweatshirt, some funny pants, Aviator Nation.
Wow.
I was just wearing it for funsies. And then they were like, you can keep the stuff. I said, oh, nice, thank you. T-shirts, some sweats. I go home. I was wearing like $500 worth of stuff. And I'm like,
Jesus
woo!
Christ, dude, you really got the best show in. Like,
Dude,
that's amazing.
There's
man.
other stuff I'll tell you off camera that they do. I don't want to make it like super, but they hook comedians up. They help us out with comedians. They make people feel welcome. I'll tell you details after. But they if Aviator Nation people are watching. First of all, if you're in Austin or anywhere Aviator Nation is, go in and hang out. It's just a cool hang.
Go take out a
I
small
see
bank
people-
loan and go to
Take out a
Aviator
small
Nation.
bank.
Yeah.
They have a pool table. You can just go play pool there for free.
Nice.
Obviously come to my show because it's the best. Tickets are $7,000. We have a premium.
Where would
show.
they find that at? What's the
Actually my show?
Instagram or anything?
At broken.zoo.
Broken.zoo.
Or just broken zoo. You'll find it.
Gotcha. And what's your personal Instagram too?
At the Morgan Leinwohl.
The Morgan Leinwohl.
Yeah, we're not. The next show is not announced yet. We have lineup coming in. We'll get this schmuck going on at some point.
Hopefully that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll get.
I saw that room. Dude, the color tones in there.
I will
beautiful.
say, as a new producer boy, just kind of learning about all this shit. I don't want to become the next producer. I'm trying to be a comedian, not a producer. But there's a lot of stuff, dude.
Right now, when you go home, take that logo, print it on koozies, get like 500 of them.
Yeah, sorry. Tell me about the koozies.
Well, I'll tell you that. Like you were saying, as a producer, you will make double whatever you're probably making. If not, you'll make, dude, it's nuts.
Really?
Yes, because you buy 500 koozies for like $250.
Okay.
You sell them for $3 a piece. You're getting them for less than $1.
Okay.
So if you sell them for $5 a piece, because it's Austin, people will pay that, and you do like 3 for $10, just to move them.
Mm-hmm.
Or you say pay what you want, and they'll do that too.
Yeah.
Dude, you can sell 20 koozies. It's $100. And then old men will come up all the time. This is my favorite thing about
old
koozies.
guys.
They walk up, they give you a $20 bill, they just take one.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
These guys
Or they
rock.
give you 100 and they just take like a handful.
Damn.
If you killed it tonight, kid, you're gonna go.
So the
places.
koozies are really the move. That's an interesting move. I
made
like that.
$350 in Temple, Texas, selling koozies
On one show.
On one show.
How many did you sell? Like 100?
Not even. Like maybe 50.
And you just had them out. Now, were you headlining the show?
2 old men gave me $100 bills.
Okay.
For 5.
Were you headlining the show?
Yeah.
See, I'm a little lucky that I have my show.
Right.
So it's not Morgan. I can make my own stuff eventually when I have to raise my own brand a little bit.
But is Broken Zoo the production company, or is
Yeah.
it like, okay, so you're like working behind that name?
Broken, yeah, I'm working behind everything with Broken Zoo. Actually, the thing is, I'm just throwing my ideas past you just to see, because I don't even talk about this shit much. But
Right.
I'm an only child. This is gonna take a weird route, but I promise it's getting to somewhere fun.
Only children are fun.
I am an only child, and I think something that as an only child I have secretly craved or wanted to my whole damn life is I'm not actually that interested in being Morgan Leinwohl. Star Morgan Leinwohl. I want to be I want to be the biggest comedian in the world. That's what we're here for. What the hell else are we doing it for? I'm not saying I will be, but I'm damn sure going to work for it. But I'm more interested in the Rat Pack. Do you know what I mean? I think it is. Let me how it says. I want to be wildly successful, obviously, in my own same, and people know Morgan Leinwohl.
You're good. I'm checking the camera.
But I think it's more fun to be Frank Sinatra in the Rat Pack than just Frank Sinatra.
Right.
So I enjoy the idea of this, like a group or being a part of this team that rises, as opposed to just one name that rises, like a team of guys. It's the 3-headed monster of, whatever.
Well, there's no way you could ever do it yourself. I mean, you could, but then you're like Gabriel Iglesias collecting emails after every single show.
Exactly. And I'll do that shit. And, Gabriel Iglesias, obviously, his brand is Gabriel Iglesias. But the reason I really like Broken Zoo is I want to start, right now it's a live show, but my dreams is turn into a live stream on Twitch. Take that shit to a podcast, which is you can just rip it.
Right.
Do sketch comedy shit. Be a whole fucking thing. I don't know. Do it all. Go on the road with this shit. I'm hitting up fraternities around Texas to do shows at their frat or for their philanthropies, and just make it this group. And so obviously, yes, I'm the head of Broken Zoo or whatever it is now. It's just one show, but I am the leader of this thing. But the idea is it to be this sort of community of comedians, of the guys our age, you and all these buddies, and like kind of it's like a team that people come in and let's say I'm making this up, but let's say we did a vlog. I'm not even saying we're going to do a vlog, but let's say we did a vlog. You can tune into the vlog and see, there's my favorite. Philip's my favorite character on the vlog, or this guy's my favorite guy, or whatever. So
it's like that Gas Digital Network mindset, or like.
Yeah.
When I first started listening to Joe Rogan, it was Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, Ari Shaffir.
Yep.
And like those were the episodes I would listen to because they were talking shop on comedy. Yeah. And like that was important. But I guess that's something
It's like I'm trying to make the Broken Zoo cinematic universe. Or the or like the so here's another thing. This whole idea happened over quarantine of like making this thing. Mm-hmm. I saw this PDF from some company called The Hustle. They're actually randomly an Austin-based newsletter for business, and they're like the biggest in the world. Mm-hmm. And they had this whole. Are you buzzing? You hear that buzz?
I do hear a buzz. I think it's gonna be.
Is it mine?
I don't know. Here was. Yeah, it was.
We're buzzing.
That's weird. Let's throw this one on there. Sorry, everybody.
Buzzing. Maybe it's the connection here.
Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. Mic check. There you go. That was odd.
The buzz is not that bad.
Do you hear it still?
A little bit.
Huh.
I don't personally care, but if you care in terms of your own stuff.
Let's see if it's going through real quick. Let the levels die down real quick. We're good. Okay.
I saw this PDF, and it was people making headways in all the industries, and they were showing all these new media companies for all these things. They talked about the Nelk boys, the Nelk boys. They're like this generation's Jackass. They do a lot of pranks, and they're very popular. They're not my taste. They talked about music and different platforms happening and all the different. They had one for porn, how OnlyFans is changing the world of pornography.
Right.
All these different industries had these new awesome media changing how we consume content things, and there was one industry that was not present on that fucking thing.
It's comedy.
Which was comedy.
Wow.
And there is all things comedy. There is Gas Digital. I'm not saying those don't exist.
I think TikTok is the new comedic TikTok
I'm saying
short
a company
form
to utilize a thing like TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And so like what I'm saying, like Barstool is definitely a inspiration for me. But Barstool obviously is based around sports and sports journalism. Mm-hmm. If I were to do a Barstool type thing, it would be based around comedy, stand-up comedy.
Right.
That would be kind of the nuts and bolts of it. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's a lot. My bigger goal in life is to become a great comedian. So I'm more worried about that if this thing never really.
You want to be like the Matty Matheson of comedy.
Sure.
You ever watch that?
Yeah, I know Matty Matheson.
He does a ton of shows though, and people always make fun of him. They're like, you have 30 different shows, and he's like, and they're all great.
Yeah. Or the other cook, the guys I used to watch, Bon Appetit, the other chef
Love
guys.
it, yeah.
Imagine Bon Appetit. So Bon Appetit is a cast of characters that all have their own individual shows. They all go on each other's shows, and let's say she's more of the baker. Well, he goes and learns how to bake, and he's the goofball, and she's all this. It's like the Bon Appetit cinema. Imagine that, but with a bunch of stand-up comedians.
Who? It was like New York Times back that, right? Who was it that back that?
So it was okay. So no. Condé Nast. Condé Nast is a huge French production company or media conglomerate. They're huge. Backed Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit got majorly canceled over the quarantine. Like the head of it was racist and this. All of them left the company. All this. A lot of them picked back up with the New York Times cooking channel.
Okay.
That's where you're getting New York Times. So a lot of those guys kind of jump ship.
Binging with Babish, I think.
He was always independent.
Was he?
Binging with Babish was always independent.
I thought it was like
he might have been acquired.
Someone built a studio. He has like a new studio.
Maybe. Then maybe he partnered with somebody.
I cooked like half the things on Binging with Babish.
You like Binging with Babish?
Over the pandemic.
He's a killer.
He taught me how to cook the perfect steak. Too. Right.
Yeah, he's not just a chef. He knows what's up with
the
all
production.
This marketing. Oh yeah.
I mean, he simplified the cooking show, I think, to a perfection.
Yeah.
It's what a downwards facing, forwards facing.
I don't know if he does it anymore, but his whole thing was just cooking things from movies and TV shows.
I actually started, me and Jorge, one of the guys I was mentioning earlier, started, produced, directed, and shot a comedy cooking show called Scratch Comedy Kitchen. And we did like 3 episodes, but we all just creative differences for the most part.
Sure. Sure you were right and they were wrong.
No, it was they stopped getting along.
Oh.
I had fun filming them because I was able to direct them, and they were goofy and we were all good friends. And I was like, I'll get it, and I'll be the guy behind the stage who comes out and tries it at the end. And it was a beautiful thing. I did a hard edit of it. And are you feeling low?
Yeah. There you go.
Buzz is gone.
Is gone.
But we do a voiceover, so it'd be like B-roll footage of us cooking and us narrating what we're doing,
like
and,
binging with
fucking
Babs.
around with each other. So you'd see like the tape screech.
Yeah.
And then we'd be like, wait, what? Like, what are you doing in the background?
Sure,
or
that's funny.
Outtakes of us catching.
This is all DFW.
Yeah,
are all those guys gonna end up moving down here, or is the scene there strong enough that people are just chilling there?
Leaps of faith, man.
This is the leap of faith.
Yeah. There's a good quote. That the only time humans are actually ever free is when they take leaps of faith.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Well, they got to fucking get. I mean, if they're trying to really progress their comedy careers.
Yeah,
no offense to DFW. I'm sure there's awesome shit up there, but
No,
this is
yeah.
clearly the.
A lot of them, I mean, but there's also like you and I have a similar idea of success.
Sure.
Some people just have. That's something in art you constantly have to
very
find
good point.
success. Some people are happy.
I always forget that.
Right.
I always forget that shit.
Big dreams move out of my way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
When I was in New York, I did the theater stuff, and it's just assumed like you're here to be on Broadway. It's just that
Exactly.
simple. But I would meet people who obviously I forgot all these people, but you'd meet and you'd be like, they'd say they want to be on Broadway, and obviously they would be, but they kept taking like
They're content teaching
wedding
voice
gigs
lessons.
and
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, you just want to make money being a performer. I can't
Right.
hate that.
no, you can't. If anything, you're jealous that they're
A
content
little
with
bit,
less.
yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I need to be Broadway or nothing. And,
Right.
All right. Well, I think I got to get out of here a little bit soon here.
Get there soon. Well, I
But,
don't have a doubt you'll be able to build something like that. They call Jews the eggs of society
Really?
because, like, with any recipe, it needs an egg to rise.
I love that shit, dude.
You've never heard that before?
Never heard that.
There's a really good Tool song that like uses it as farce.
Okay.
I'll send it to you sometime.
Okay.
It's the whole song is sung in German angrily, but he's actually talking about the progressiveness and pros to having Jews in a society. But the farce was that if you scream anything in German, that Americans will think it's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
It's like the clip from Downfall with Hitler that got memed.
I don't think I've seen this.
It's a movie called Downfall with where Hitler is they're showing Hitler in the bunker,
Gotcha.
and there's a famous scene where he goes 999, and he has a whole thing. It's like very memed, and the joke is that you can put anything under it, and it just sounds like terribly and mean. I mean,
love
he was
that.
Hitler. He was a mean guy, but
Right, he's inherently evil to look at.
he was a mean guy. All right.
Well, shit. Follow the Morgan Leinwohl on Instagram and broken.zoo on Instagram, right? I got those right?
Yeah, and please come see a show, especially when he's on it at some point. But
Yeah, I
might
got
be a
family
few
and friends
years.
down
Might be a few years.
It could
But yeah, man, it's a fun show. We're at Aviator Nation on South Congress. I don't need this motherfucker there at all. He totally don't need this guy in my lineup.
here. No.
But yeah, it's a fun show. We had 100 to 120 people there last time.
If you ever want
It's
someone
a
to bark, though, I love barking for free.
I
for
barked
money.
for
I'll do it.
$10. Do you want to come bark with me next time? It's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, my favorite thing is yesterday we were out there and I was like, people just blatantly ignore you. I'd be like, oh, I can't hear me either. I can't hear me right now. I can't hear me. I start freaking out.
Right next to where I was barking, there was a magician doing his magic stuff.
Yeah.
And we like become friendly. He's going to be at the show. We're going to have a magician at the comedy show, by the way.
I love that.
So a woman walks over and he says, hey, do you want to see a magic trick? And she says, no. And just keeps walking. And then just a goof, I was like, hey, do you want to come to a comedy show? And she was like, no. And just like a character. Like she was like playing a cartoon character.
Right.
And we just laughed and laughed. It was
Right.
Yeah, wild times. We'll have a magician at the after party. Also free alcohol at my show.
That's that lady's whole day. She
Open
just walks
bar.
up and down the street to say no. She's like, you know what?
I'm going to find these fucking poor entertainers and fucking say no to their dumb shit.
Shouldn't you be Ubering or something?
I was very
That
close.
would defeat
I was
me.
very close
All
to
right.
the Ubers. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I Uber, so I get it. Well, this has been the With Phillip Garcia show.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.